axe. But so I reached for my bevel gauge to check that I have that 20-degree grind that I want, and it is nowhere to be found. I saw one of my kids running around the yard with it. It's a nice, sort of heavy, shiny piece of metal. I had it on a lanyard, and of course that's just going to attract the attention of little boys in particular, and so I'm sure I'll find it under a pile of wet leaves in the spring. But I still would like to check this grind to make sure it's where I want it to be. And you can do that without a bevel gauge using some basic carpentry tools. So what you'll need is a speed square, a pencil, and a bevel gauge. It doesn't have to be a bevel gauge. The only thing you need is some way to copy this angle here. So you could even take two sticks, nail or screw them together, and then, you've basically created an angle finder. So you're going to copy the angle on your bit, and you can see I've been screwing around a little bit already here, so we'll just erase that mark. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over to a table, a piece of cardboard, a piece of paper, whatever you have, and I'm going to try to find a nice square edge here, and you are going to copy the angle that you just measured from your axe. Okay, so then you're going to take your speed square. This is an amazing tool. You can get these for a couple bucks if they're plastic or vinyl. I like these Swanson speed squares. These are the original speed square. Swanson invented this in, the 20s, the early 19s. And it's just an amazingly handy tool. But in addition to giving you your 90 and your 45 and, all this hip and valley information for building numbers, it's a scribe. Wonderful, wonderful tool. It is also a protractor. So you're going to put your pivot point here, and I'm going to see if I can be fairly precise. There we go. You're going to take your pivot point, and then these are the protractor numbers here. These are the degrees. You are going to rotate, keeping your speed square firm on the pivot, and that is going to put you at, let's see, there we go. So here we go. We are just about dead on 22 degrees, and that is exactly where I want to be with this axe. I would say with this method, it's precise, give or take 1 or 2 degrees, just like with a traditional bevel gauge. The reason being, axes are convex, and so you do end up needing to use a little bit of your own judgment in determining where you want your angle to be and how it is measured. So if you find yourself without a bevel gauge, or for whatever reason you don't have one and don't want one, here is how you nevertheless can make sure that your axes are ground the way you want. So before I go, I just wanted to mention that our humble channel here in North Central Georgia hit 1,000 subscribers this week. And that's been incredible. I've been trying to put down some kind of a little spiel about, the milestone, and it's just not my skill set. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody out there who watches and particularly has subscribed. We have an amazing axe community on YouTube. It's positive, informed, educational. It's just great. So if you're subscribed to my channel, I'm sure you are subscribed to these folks, but I'll mention them anyways. Check out Brian Two Bears, Brian Two Bears. It's the number 2. Check out Vintage Axe Hoarder. Check out Killinger. Check out 940 Joey. Check out Kurt S. Check out Ethical Axe. There are so many great people out there. And I'm sure I'm forgetting people. So I'm going to try and put a link in the description somewhere for people to check these folks out. They've all been helpful to me to watch their videos. It's been inspiring to watch their videos. I think the fact that there are all of these people out there is a big reason why, it's a big reason why axes are making a comeback. I think we like to believe that axes are a product of a bygone era, and they certainly are. Axes are practically as old as man. But I think in many ways, while we do have a rich history with axes back in the 19th century and even earlier, we're also in something of a new golden age for axes, with manufacturing capabilities, with the access of information. It has never been easier to order an axe from Sweden or Germany or Austria or Australia or New Zealand or Canada or, the States. I mean, access, our infrastructure has been built out to the point where using axes intelligently, effectively, has never been easier. And I think that's incredible, and I don't want to take that for granted. And in today's modern economy, our eyeballs are invaluable to these companies, and where our attention goes, the companies will follow. And so I think by subscribing to these channels that are making the axe community positive, I get messages from axe manufacturers on my 1,000 subscriber channel, and I'm still a sardine in the ocean. And they want to know about things I talk about in the video, and sometimes they're mad about something that I said. I mean, it's just and so I think by supporting people who are doing good things in the axe community, we ultimately end up with better products, and that helps everyone. So subscribe to all of those folks that I mentioned, and any others that you know of. If you like a channel I didn't mention, put them in the comments below. And again, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who is watching. I hope that my videos and my channel can make the axe community more intelligent, more informed, more capable, and just stretch that dollar a little further, because it especially with everything going on today, it has never been easier to spend a whole lot of money on something. And the last thing I want to see is somebody who spends a whole lot of money on an axe that doesn't fit their needs, it doesn't suit their purposes, and it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. So I'll sign off then. Thanks to everybody who watched. I hope you found this little tip and trick helpful, and I will catch you next time.